2006 defines needs analysis as the techniques for collecting and assessing information relevant to course design. It is the means of establishing the how and what of a course. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I am Reza Pustika, MPD, the lecturer of English for Specific Purposes subject. English for Specific Purposes has become an interesting topic for over decades in English education field. As English functions as communication, international language, people all over the world find it essential to learn English. Moreover, learning English to support their study or career. Here, English for Specific Purposes takes place. English for Specific Purposes, or ESP, is known as a learner-centered approach to teaching English as a foreign or second language. It meets the needs of mostly adult learners who need to learn a foreign language for use in their vocational field, such as science, technology, medicine, leisure, and academic learning. This course is recommended for students or teachers candidate professionals who wish to learn how to design ESP courses and programs in an area of specialization, such as English for business, for civil engineering, for academic purposes, and for health service purposes. In addition, they are introduced to ESP instructional strategies, materials adaptation and development, and evaluation. In this learning video, the topic we are going to discuss is English for business. Before we go further to the discussion, I want to inform you that materials in this video are taken from Paltir 3 and Starfield S 2013. The title is The Handbook of English for Specific Purposes, Volume 592. English for Business. Dudley Evans and St. John's 1996 compiled a report on business English, which noted the limited research on the subject and the fact that research in English for business had tended to concentrate on written communication while teaching focused mostly on the spoken language. Also identify two components of business English, which they labeled English for general business purposes and English for specific business purposes, respectively, the contents of which depend on the linguistic competence of the learners and their business experience. Zhang 2005 and 2007 proposed a discourse approach to business English, which locates the practice and the teaching of the language within the discursively of the business activities and context that generate them. Consequently, a pedagogic approach to business English involves the teaching of the system of strategic communication in international business in which participants adopt or adapt business conventions and procedures and make selective use of lexico-grammatical resources of English as well as visual and audio semiotic resources to achieve their communicative goal. Zhang 2012. Business English is a recognized area of English for specific purposes. Dudley Evans and St. John's 1998, Hutchinson and Waters 1987, St. John's 1996. A number of business English education programs are offered quite different linguistic and social milieux across the world. Business English looks up, figuratively speaking, to English in the workplace, Mara 2013, as well as down to intercultural rhetoric, Connor and Roski 2030, and English as a Lingua Franca or ELF, Nickerson 2013. Dudley, Evans, and St. John's 1998 note that ESP is an essentially materials-driven and teaching-led movement. The literature on business communication considerably enlarged the original narrow view of business English as the teaching of the language for vocational purposes through linking linguistic performance with actual business activities. What should we teach our students in relation to English for business? This seems like a simple question. It is easy as well as a difficult question. To answer this question, as ESP practitioners, we are already familiar with the term needs analysis. Needs analysis is essential to be conducted before we teach any ESP courses. A thing to remember is that when we teach any ESP courses, we are expected to meet our students' target in language. Back to the needs analysis, before you conduct your English for Business course, you should conduct needs analysis first. Highland 2006 defines needs analysis as the techniques for collecting and assessing information relevant to course design. It is the means of establishing the how and what of a course. It is a continuous process since we modify our teaching as we come to learn more about our students. And in this way, it actually shades into evaluation, the means of establishing the effectiveness of a course. Needs is actually an umbrella term that embraces many aspects, incorporating learners' goals and background, their language proficiencies, their reasons for taking the course, their teaching and learning preferences, and the situations they will need to communicate it. Needs can involve what learners know, don't know, and want to know, and can be collected and analyzed in a variety of ways. Investigate your students' needs, wants, and lacks. Needs, Widowson 1981 points out, while target needs are seen as a goal-oriented, learners' needs are more process-oriented when they refer to what the learners has to do to acquire the language. You have curriculum, syllabus, and your students' opinion to investigate the needs. You can also draw your students' future career to see their needs. Wants. This is important to figure out your students' wants. Your students' wants can be their favorite topics, texts, or activities. By knowing this, it will help you in designing your class later. Lacks. Lack is what your students miss or what your students find difficult in learning. This is important to know your students' lack because this is what you need to fix from them. You can arrange some interesting activities or materials to meet your students' lack. And ESP learners wish they could fix their problems in learning so they can perform better for their academic or career. British Council shared some important aspects in teaching English for business. In a broad sense, the topics will be related to the workplace or work of business. So instead of family and friends, a business English course book may contain topics like global business cultures or a day in a life at the office. The skills may be business communication skills like delivering presentations rather than speaking in general. There is a demand for business English, which appears to be growing because learners are becoming clearer about what they want to use English for. And as I indicated, the same is becoming true for general English learners. In today's global economy, learners want not only the skills to read, write, listen to, and speak English fluently. They also want to be able to communicate in a way which will be recognized and appreciated by their counterparts in the international area. British Council also elaborates advantages and disadvantages of teaching business English. Advantages. Students can get to learn new things about the business world and develop new skills as teachers. Students can have a specific purpose for learning English, and this is easier to carry on. Students can get a huge bank of business-related authentic materials to choose from. Students can get to meet a wide range of professionals and learn about the work culture of different countries and cultures. Disadvantages. Students may not be familiar with some of the more specialist vocabulary you may have to teach. Students may find it hard to meet all students' specific needs. Students may find some business course books that is a bit dry, and ironically, they can take time to learn how to bring business English to life. And the teacher may be younger than many of the students and can take time to establish credibility. English for Business. This ESP branch is actually taught in our beloved university, Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. This English for Business subject is taught to non-English department students. As English now serves as communication language, Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia stakeholders find it essential for students to master English. As Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia expects their graduates to be able to compete to others coming not only from Indonesia but also abroad, to make it possible, of course, English language proficiency should be taken into account. Then, why teaching English for business? Undergraduate students are expected to work soon after they graduate from their college. Therefore, it is essential to equip them with the ability of English, especially English for business. As the graduates will face workplace communication, it is important for them to learn English for business. Here, in our university, English for business should be taken by all non-English department students. Some of them have to take 2 semesters of English for business, while some others have to take 4 semesters. The first 2 semesters of English for business contain materials of general English for business. In this subject, they learn about introduction, numbers, telephoning, meeting guests, presenting their company, planning for business trip, writing CV and application letter, attending job interview, promoting project, and analyzing SWOT. These topics are more or less found in a real workplace later on. By equipping them with these materials, they will not find any crucial difficulties later. Meanwhile, in the 3rd and 4th semester of English for Business, the materials taught are already closely related to their major. For example, English for Business 3 and 4 Civil Engineering Study Program. The materials they get are already about their field. They learn about communication in their own field by using English. Actually, the Faculty of Arts and Education Science, Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia, published English for Business book. And this book is used by students in Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia. If you happen to teach English for Business course, I recommend you to use this book as your handbook. For your own reflection and to check your understanding, please kindly check your Spada. There you can find post-tests to check your understanding about this topic. Well, that covers what I want to share with you in this learning video. For your own ESP courses, I recommend you to read more on the works of experts. You will surely get inspiration from them. If you want to have further discussion under this topic, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much to watch this video until it ends. Don't forget to like the videos in Kuliah Teknokrat channel and subscribe it. It will surely help your college study. I am Reza Pustika signing out. Thank you. Goodbye.
Terima kasih sudah menyaksikan video pembelajaran ini. Jangan lupa like, komen dan subscribe, serta nyalakan tanda loncengnya agar kalian tidak ketinggalan informasi update lainnya.